stand-up. Big things are coming. Also, this is my first time, so you have to be gentle with me. I have a paper. I printed it out. Isn't that hilarious? Wait. Today I'm going to talk about me. So I'm black and I'm Jewish and I'm trans. Yeah! I'm black, I'm Jewish, I'm trans, and I'm also 5'3", which sucks really bad because it sort of sucks really bad. It's sort of like if you were gonna try to run a marathon, and then you know the guy at the front who has a gun, and instead of And instead of sort of shooting the gun to say start, he shoots you in both legs. And then he's like, I'm sorry. He's like, can you still do the race? And I'm like, no, what the fuck? I'm this tall. I'm this tall. I'm also, so I'm black and I'm Jewish and I'm trans, and it comes to a lot of internalized stuff, but the thing I have the most internalized hatred about is being bisexual. I hate being bisexual. And being bisexual is sort of like 9/11. Hold on, let me talk, please. Being bisexual is sort of 9/11 because there are two. And there are two, and everyone hates it, and they remember it forever. And I have a lot of hate in my heart for the average bisexual, but let's get rid of the trans stuff and everything else. Let's just talk about bisexual men, because they're particularly like 9/11. Hold on. They're particularly like 9/11 because because it sort of happens and everyone makes a huge deal about it. And everyone made a huge deal about it, and then the stuff that happened because of it was way worse than what actually went on. And that's sort of like a bisexual man. Sorry, in my notes it just says, why am I hating? I don't know. I don't want to do a transition, so I'm just going to start talking about the next thing. I was a child in middle school, like many of you. And I was one of those kids who always had their butt out. From ages 8 to 12, always my pants were around halfway down. And sort of, I should have known I was a boy because the amount of plumber's crack that I showed was that of a much older man. And sometimes people are like, you and your dad, you don't look anything alike. And I have to go, oh, baby, you should see us from behind. Because the way my dad's pants are always halfway down. Basically, I always had my butt out, so when I was in 5th grade, I had an orientation, huge deal. And you go into the middle school, and you sit in a big conference hall with all the other 5th graders, awesome. And you get to hear all about what's gonna happen in 6th grade. And the 6th graders get to come too. And there was this one particular 6th grader, and I didn't know her yet, but she was a bitch. And she sat right behind me. And so I'm sitting there, I'm really excited to hear about my middle school journey, and this bitch, her name's Nora. Her name was Nora. She takes her little skinny white finger and she brings it to my shoulder. I know nothing of this, she's behind me. She takes her skinny white finger and she taps my shoulder and she leans over and then she gestures to my butt and says, you know, that's not gonna fly in 6th grade. Fuck you! What are you talking about? So she got me thinking, what's some other stuff that doesn't fly in 6th grade? I have a list. Some other stuff that doesn't fly in 6th grade. Getting stage fright at the talent show. Some other stuff that doesn't fly in 6th grade, dropping all your books in the hallway and having to bend down and pick them up. Some other stuff that doesn't fly in 6th grade, giving your crush a note and then they check the box that says no instead of yes. Am I right? Am I right? This is my last joke. I know. Everyone should be sad. It's about OCD. So, something true is that I haven't been diagnosed with OCD yet, but there are definitely signs. I was talking with a bunch of my roommates, and we were all sitting in a circle, and we're talking about intrusive thoughts. McKenna's here! McKenna's in the back! We were sort of all talking about, driving with intrusive thoughts. My roommate, McKenna, is like, I don't know, sometimes I go to a waterfall, I'll go to a farm. And then I'm like, yeah, sometimes when I'm driving, my hands are on the wheel, and my mind says, you wanna have sex with your dad! You wanna have sex with your dad! And I go, no, I don't wanna do that! I don't wanna do that! And my mind's like, but you were kind of thinking about it though, weren't you? I was like, you did that! I didn't do that! You made me think about that! And that's fucked up. So, wait, is there anything else on my paper? Oh, yes! There was a theme throughout this stand-up. Do you guys want to guess what it was? I'll take raised hands. Oh, come on! Sophie!
Maturing and adolescence and realizing deeper meaning.
Good guesses. It was love. Oh. So, my last... Was I not clear through all of the jokes? Yeah, especially the last one, sort of. My last thing to say is, if you're white and you've ever said period to me, Jinx, you owe me a soda. And that's all.